I'm streaming. Let's see if this works. Okay. Hopefully this is working. I'm always talking and thinking it's going to work, and then it never. Okay. Oh, that is the wrong one. Okay. So, oh, it looks like it's working. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. I better hit record because you know what? I will probably forget to do that. Hello and welcome to It's a Plant-Based Party. And there are a couple of us at this party today. Two is a party. And I've got my buddy here, Penny Rose, who is also a vegan CPA, and she just met another vegan CPA. We're taking over. What? And we've been having fun chatting here all about being vegan. And we've got a holiday that's coming up, July 4th. That can be a very stressful day for people that have just become vegan and they don't know what the heck to eat. Penny, do you remember when you had your first July 4th when you went vegan?
No, actually, I don't. I don't think I got invited to anything, so it turned out to not be a big deal. But I'll tell you, I got invited to like a cookout in Memorial Day this year, and Impossible just makes so much difference. I mean, I said, "Hey, can I bring my own burgers?" And they said, "Yep, we got a special place for you." And so I was able to participate just like everybody else, but maintain my preferred diet. So it was awesome.
Yeah, and one thing that really stresses people out is like they feel like, oh, I'm gonna be the weird person at the party. And so my recommendation is just bring your own. Assume that no one is going to make anything vegan, and sometimes they do, and like I'll just bring a cooler bag, and like if they've already like I got the Beyond Burgers or Impossible Burger on the thing already, then I just pack up mine and maybe keep it in the refrigerator or keep it in a cold pack. I always bring my own bread because I'm like I don't want GMO bread, so I bring my own buns or something, and or like if it's a vegan hot dog, vegan hot dog buns. And so I just assume that people are not going to have things. And if they do, I just bring back. I even bring my own ketchup because I like organic ketchup. I don't like the Heinz stuff, but they might actually have organic now. But so I just bring things, and then I always bring something to share.
Mhm.
So and that way people are like, oh, this is vegan, you know.
Yeah, quite often when I bring stuff to share, I'll bring like for this event that I was telling you that I got invited to, I brought uh, uh peach cobbler. And
Oh,
no one had any idea. I mean, cobbler is really just flour, sugar, and I used, vegan margarine. And so, there's really, I mean, I think a lot of people will, make things and they don't realize that they are vegan and they get all upset. I can't eat vegan food. And it's like, well, you eat bananas, right?
yeah, and then if you are someone that is having a vegan over, a lot of times it's just substituting one ingredient. That's all it takes to make something vegan, and it's super easy. And oftentimes they'll be like, oh, sorry, this has butter in it. It's like, oh, well, if you had made with the vegan butter. And sometimes they have no idea that that even exists.
Mhm.
So I'm I'm like very forward with people. So if I'm going to go to a party, I will say like, hey, is there going to be anything vegan there? If not, I'll bring my own things. I'll bring stuff to share. Will that be okay? You know, and that way it sort of it sort of brings on that dialogue, and they're like, oh. And then I always ask, is there other people with maybe gluten-free, soy allergies, nut allergies? Because I want to make sure that I'm kind of hitting all the things, and then I have name tags, or not name tags, but like yeah, tag that
Yeah.
says like soy free, nut free, that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
and people appreciate it if you go
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, people that so there's a certain percentage of people that eat a restrictive diet but don't really want anybody to know, and they don't want to, make a fuss about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you bring something that fits their diet, they get so excited because they just take their chances, and it's like you don't you don't need to make a big deal about it, but you can talk about it and start a conversation. And
Right. Right. And like my husband, he's like he doesn't want to like bring attention to it and all. And I'm like, I'm one of those people. It's like, I'm a vegan because that's the first thing out of my mouth. Like, I'm not vegan here. So, one of the 4th of July's I went to after becoming vegan, and I was like, I was starting to leaflet a lot. And so I had a lot of vegan leaflets. And I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I'll bring it to a 4th of July thing. And people are eating meat. And it was like a block party. And I had all my vegan leaflets. And they were not too happy about that. But yeah, that's not not a really, it's not easy to convert people on 4th of July like that. But yeah.
not with their mouths full of something they consider to be the most delicious thing they've had all day.
Yeah. And you're hoping that they're gonna see this, like, look at factory farming, and then but they won't even look at it. Like, no, 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 don't even show that to me. And you know, so you gotta find when it's the right moment for people. I used to leave it when I worked in an office, I would leave my vegan leaflets on my desk, and when people would come around, they could see it. And I actually did convert one woman to be a vegetarian in the office. So I was very proud about that. But
Nice.
um so for 4th of July, uh I'm not doing anything for 4th of July. It's not really one of my holiday, like I don't know. I don't make a big deal about it. Yeah.
I don't think we have anything going on either. The people that invited us to the Memorial Day event where we're staying are leaving this weekend, so they're not going to be around for it. So
Mm.
I don't think we'll do anything at all. And we're just down the road from Disney. So, and Disney has fireworks every night all year long.
Yeah.
So, we can't see them, but we can hear them. So it won't be any different, really.
Right. And for a lot of vegans are, well, a lot of vegans have pets, and or furry friends, and however you want to, whatever you want to call them, your babies, fur babies. And it can be a stressful time too to have them in the house because they're hearing all of that. And like my cat has a thunder shirt, but my other two cats had passed away, but they were more freaked out by the fireworks than this cat is. But dogs especially do not like him.
Yeah.
But and do you, I've probably asked you this before, you don't have any furry friends in your RV,
Yes.
do you?
Yes.
Do.
That is why. So my husband and I are dedicated travelers. So in this phase of our travel, because we have a cat and a dog, we are RVing, and we will, we're loving the amount of time that we're spending with our pets. But once, we're not able to have them with us anymore, we'll change our style of travel to be a little bit more free because we won't have to worry about taking them to the boarding them. So
Mm-hmm.
yep. So I have a 20-year-old cat,
Oh my
and,
god.
and he is healthier living in an RV than he was in a house.
And so when you go places, the cat doesn't just take off and was like, where am I at now?
No, he's 100% inside cat.
Oh,
And,
okay, okay.
yeah, and we have a really nice carrier for him, and I'll put him in there are some places where I'll get it set up ahead of time on a travel day, and I'll leave it open, and I'll look over there, and he's hopped into it, and he's rubbing his face on it, and I was like, he can't hate it that much if he's like loving on it. So,
Right.
and he doesn't go out normally he doesn't go out the door unless he's already in his carrier, and then he goes in the back seat of the pickup truck, and then we have a 10-year-old chocolate lab, and they share the back seat.
Oh, how cute. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. I was always afraid of the idea of like bringing a cat with me because they could take off, but you've got it all figured out. And I think with an older cat, they're kind of like that's kind of toned down in their life,
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
not going out and exploring. Okay, well, I wanted to share this fun book. It's called Summertime, or sorry, not Summertime, Super Fun Times Vegan Holiday Cookbook. And this has like all the different holidays in it. And it's Isa
Yeah.
Sandra Mauskowicz.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying it right. She's got lots. I have lots of her books, and she's one of my favorites. And she used to have she started off with a podcast called, or I'm sorry, a blog called Post Punk Kitchen, I think.
Yep. Yep.
And really great blog, like back in the day. And so I love her cookbooks, and this one's great because it's got all these different holiday ideas. And so I'm gonna look for July in here, but you brought something in the meantime while I look for Fourth of
Yeah.
July in here. What did you bring?
So we found the original box Kraft macaroni and cheese in a plant-based version. And believe it or not, we get our groceries a lot of times when possible from Kroger delivery, and Kroger delivery in Florida. There are no Kroger stores here, but they have delivery, and we can get this product delivered to our RV.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so yeah, because in Florida it's usually like Winn-Dixie, Publix.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you can find a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods,
Yep.
but Kroger, okay, so we have a lot of Kroger type things out where I live here. I know Kroger's in like Georgia because I remember
Yep.
shopping there years ago,
Yep.
but yeah, I've never seen one in Florida, so they must just have warehouses there or something.
Yes, that's exactly it. There's not a single store in any of Florida, but you order, and they don't necessarily have there's a lot of vegan items that I've been able to get at a Kroger's, physical store.
Hmm.
Um, like the uh just mayo,
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
the salad dressings. I used to be able to, they had them on the shelf. And many of those things are not available through Kroger delivery, but it's surprising what we are able to get. So we look and say, can we get it in Kroger delivery? And if we can, we just get it.
And can you get things that are refrigerated as well, or is it?
Yes. And frozen
Oh,
as well. So we get all of our Beyond that way, and they have very cute little trucks, and the part of it is sectioned off, and it's just refrigerated,
uh-huh.
but they put all the frozen stuff in, like, like the hand baskets you get when you go to the grocery store to carry
Yeah.
it around. They have those, like all your frozen stuff is in one of those, and then all your refrigerated stuff is in another one, and they put those in separate bags so they're all together. And
Hmm.
then they put all your, shelf stable and your non-refrigerated stuff together, and then they'll bring it up to you.
And you said you have it delivered to your RV. So are you at like a specific address, or is it GPS, or how are they getting it to you?
Yeah, so we own in a RV, like country club.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's designed for RVs specifically, but we have a street address, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
part of what we needed to do when we went on the road. Is like, my P-tin has to have like a physical address
Yeah.
associated with it. When we were looking to buy something, it's just basically a driveway and a storage unit, which is, what I'm in here. And
Uh-huh.
then when we leave, you take the RV in the truck, and then, it's just a driveway again. And then, but it has a street address, and, they it looks the same as if it's in the middle of any city, but it's all RVs.
Wow. And then is your storage unit, does that stay there then? Can you keep things there? So you always
Yeah.
have the same address when you come back, so you
Yep.
can come back at any time.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
our name is actually on the deed. So
Okay.
yeah, every
Wow.
every unit is individually owned.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
January, February, and March, we rent it. We have tenants. They like come from like up north. They're snowbirds, and they come and rent our property, and then we go and stay other places.
Well, that is so cool.
Yeah, and that offsets the cost of the HOA that we pay all year long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And okay, this is too much information. If you'll be like, hey, enough. But do they have like separate like laundry facilities, bathrooms,
Yes.
that sort of thing? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So so there's like 6 communities within the entire country club, and each community has its own pool, its own clubhouse, and inside the clubhouse, every clubhouse has a laundry, it's a coin op, but that's
Mhm.
fine. Laundry facility, and has the restrooms have showers in them, and they have a kitchen, and then they like, I go to game night every Saturday night, and
Uh-huh.
it's open for people in the community to gather and have fellowship. And during the year, the season is really like November to March. And because we have tenants, January, February, March, we don't get to experience very much of the season. But this year we'll be there in November and December. And so we'll see, the bigger events where they'll have something for Thanksgiving and something for Christmas, and there's enough seating in, like, they have like a little dining area, a big dining
Wow.
area, and they have enough tables and chairs for everybody in the
How
community.
fun.
Yeah,
And
it's really nice.
so does there so okay, so game nights, that sounds fun. And they must have like other events going on in their clubhouse.
Yep.
And then so a lot of people must get to know each other because they're like
Yeah.
so close.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And
Oh.
then and then the main country club has a clubhouse as well. And I go up
Oh.
there. They have a bigger pool, and I go up there 2 days a week for water aerobics, and it's all free because the other residents are teaching. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday I do chair yoga.
Oh, wow. Now, is there
So
a golf course there as well? Is it?
yeah.
There is.
Yep.
Oh. Well, I know in Florida when my parents used to live down there, I used to live there and then they still lived there when I got older. But anyways, I remember going down there for Christmas one year and people had like carts like
Yes.
decorated and like they
Yes.
did a little parade with their golf
Yes.
carts and it's very
Yes.
cute. So maybe they'll do something like that when you're down
Yes. Yes. Yep, it's already in the works. They're cutting
there.
out the cardboard, and they're gonna paint it, and they're gonna make all the golf carts into like sleighs.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. So in I found it in the book, the 4th of July stuff in here. Um, she's got a lot of things for 4th of July. Chilled fresh corn soup, pea
Ooh.
soup with mint, beaten ginger soup, a green gazpacho. So I think these are mainly cold soups. And then like a bow tie salad, tempeh stuffed avocado, melon salad, crunchy potato salad. I'm not a potato salad person. I don't know. Are you a potato salad person?
Yeah, I love potatoes.
Okay. Then there's the eggy potato salad, stuffed cherry tomatoes, grilled pizza, cheesy pizza with olives, swirly pizza, pizza awesomeness, grilled cauliflower steaks, grilled
Mm.
portobello sandwiches, grilled tofu with peanut sauce, eggplant, chimichurris, kebabs, potato kebabs, veggie burgers, burger time forever, smoky dogs, blueberry galettes. So there's a lot of things in here. And for the most part, I would say that they're not all like traditionally July 4th things. Certainly the potato salad and the noodle salad probably would be. And I remember as a kid, uh this was back in the 70s when the jello salads were very popular. Remember those? They'd be like
Oh
layered like
yeah.
4th of July jello colors and stuff. Oh,
Yeah, I always made an orange jello salad before I changed my diet.
oh yeah.
And it was orange jello and whipped cream that
Yep.
I would, from the container, and I would whip up, and then orange sherbet, and then mandarin oranges. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness.
That
It was
sounds very much like the
so
one that
good.
I remember having as a kid. And you know what? There's that oh God, I can't remember the name of the company that makes it. They have a like a V, it almost looks like Cool Whip. It comes in a frozen thing.
So
They have one that's
delicious.
vegan, one that's not, and it's really
Oh,
good. I bet you could do something with that with the mandarin,
yeah, I
and
wonder if,
then maybe even do like a coconut ice cream or something, or
yeah.
maybe one that has like an orangey flavor to it.
Well, just an orange sorbet would be fine.
Oh yeah, orange sorbet, yeah. And then let's see, what was the other thing? So they had whipped cream,
Jello.
then the gel. Oh, so we could do agar agar, like a orange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
That sounds pretty good. I
I
I would probably add a layer of tapioca just because I love any excuse to eat tapioca pudding.
love tapioca.
My mom always made it sound like you had to make tapioca with egg whites, like to make it fluffy. And so that's what she would do. So I've tried to do it with um what do they call that stuff? Of course the name is aquafaba, the stuff that
Oh
comes
yeah,
on the top of the
yeah,
chickpeas. And I've seen aquafaba being whipped really
yeah.
well and it makes peaks and stuff. I've not had the same luck with it as I've seen other people have, but I have tried putting that into my tapioca pudding and it works. But I think coconut milk actually, like from the can, is a better
Oh yes,
because you can
yeah,
really whip that up. Have you seen that where people like take a can of coconut and then they use like an immersion blender and they just make whipped coconut?
yes, yeah, yeah. So I I haven't done it in a while, but I used to make my own yogurt
Oh.
and I kept reading, I had like a vegan starter
Hmm.
and I kept reading, oh yeah, you can do it with soy milk and I never had any luck with it, but once I opened up a can of coconut full fat coconut milk, I can make yogurt all day long.
Interesting. Okay, so I have a yogurt maker that I haven't used in a long time, and it almost looks it's one of those that has like the heating
Yeah,
surface and
yeah,
with the little glass
of course.
containers.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
bought so there's like a lot of the most of the yogurt starters are not vegan, but there's a
right,
company that makes the starters. And so I was making it for a while and I was playing around with the different milks. I had better luck with soy milk than I did with anything else, but I used the box coconut and that did not work. So
right.
the full fat coconut, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
a can of coconut.
Yeah. You know what I also started doing was putting chia seeds in mine just to see if that would make it
Yeah.
thicken
Yeah,
up.
because that's the problem is, you need it to, I mean, just like I've had that problem. I love tapioca as well. And I have a hard time, getting things to thicken, vegan milks to
Mhm.
thicken in recipes the same way that I was able to do that with cow's milk.
I
Um,
use corn syrup. I'm not corn syrup, cornstarch.
yeah.
Cornstarch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that thickens it up for
Yeah.
sure. And I actually I think I either use tapioca starch or
Oh,
cornstarch in my
yes.
tapioca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you use tapioca starch, right? Just more tapioca.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I like a lot of tapioca in my tapioca pudding. So oh man, I'm like actually getting there's an Asian place down the street from me that they make tofu and then they make tofu salad rolls and they make like fried tofu that's got like these glass noodles and onions in it and it's so good. But they also make all these different Asian desserts and most of them are vegan. So and they have some tapioca ones. So maybe I'll go over there
Oh,
and get some.
that
Sounds
sounds
really
so
good.
good. So, speaking of Isa Chandra Moskovitz,
Yeah.
I'm going to FinCon Women and Money
Oh,
in
you
New York
are.
City in a month. And Issa has a restaurant. She still has a restaurant in Brooklyn, and it's not
Yeah.
open all the time. But I am really hoping that I can get there. I'm not going to be there very long, so it's gonna, the everything's gonna have to line up properly. But I'm really hoping I can get there.
Oh wow. I wanted to go to the New York one. I just couldn't swing the whole thing. But
Oh
and
yeah, because last year they had them on both coasts, and this year
mm,
they're only doing one.
mm, yeah. I mean I would have loved to gone to New York for that. And also to go to a restaurant. That's really for a while. So she's lived in Portland for a while, and so I saw her speak several
Oh,
times and at different conferences we had here. And then she became my friend on Facebook. We connected and stuff, but I don't know her personally really. But then she went to Oklahoma, I think, or
she's
something.
in Omaha.
Omaha, yeah. Sorry, I get those two confused. They start with O's.
I always think of it because Berkshire Hathaway.
Oh,
What's his name are in the same city.
oh, that is hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. They're very opposite.
For sure.
Okay, well, Penny, do you have anything else to share? Any other any ideas of other 4th of July things that what was it? What else did you eat as maybe a kid, or did you have any favorites that you veganized?
No, no, 4th of July really isn't like because it's so funny. When I was growing up, Memorial Day was a bigger holiday, like a patriotic holiday. Um, because so I grew up in New York, so we were still in school. So
Oh,
the town where I grew up would have like a parade and a chicken barbecue. And now, I still think about, my family used to have a bring your own chicken barbecue, and they would have like a potluck for everything else, and then everybody would go to the fire station and pick up their contribute. They would keep the volunteer fire station in business for another year by buying barbecue chicken, and there's no way to veganize barbecue chicken. It just because it's the skin and it just doesn't translate well.
no, but you can barbecue other things that are
Yes.
plant-based.
Yes.
And
Yep.
they're doing amazing things with mushrooms, and I've experimented with like pea protein and different things to like make some and at Thanksgiving I make a holiday roast, and it is made with like vital wheat gluten and tofu and all these different things. And sometimes what I do is afterwards with the leftovers I do barbecue it, and
Nice.
yeah, it comes out really good. But it's different, but no bones, so there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But 4th of July, I remember as a kid, we used to I had family in Minnesota. We used to always go to the summers in Minnesota. And every year there was a picture of us eating corn on the cob. So to me, I always think of
Oh,
that. And one of the things I love to do with corn on the cob is when we just traditionally ate it where we rolled it in butter. There was
yeah.
nothing else. And we had the little things on the
Yeah.
side that look like corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Now I like to put I use the spray coconut spray from Trader Joe's, and I put
Yep.
do that on the outside, and then I love black pepper and salts. I put that, and then I use like from Mexico I got this really it's like a hot spicy lime type blend,
Oh.
and I just put that
Oh.
all over the corn, and like I roll it in that, and that
Oh.
tastes really good. Or you can use like some kind of other kind of spicy thing. So it's I know people use coconut cream, but I don't go that far with it. But and then I just roll it up in tinfoil and then put in the oven, and I let it kind of get sort of caramelize inside the tinfoil and then or aluminum foil, and then it tastes delicious. But it's the stuff that they put on jicama, I think, a lot of
Oh
times,
yeah.
like that blend of some kind of red
The
pepper
red. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
lime. And actually, Trader Joe's they'd make a version of it too.
Yes. Yes. I have some in my cupboard.
Yeah, tastes great on
When I
on a
make
cup.
chili, I use it instead of chili powder.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. And let's see, what else have I used on? I've used that on other things too, but well, I guess margaritas or whatever
Yeah.
wherever I guess you'd use lime and spice. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Guacamole. I've used it in guacamole.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
See, now corn on the cob, that's another good one. And so where I grew up in New York, strawberries were in season. So like strawberry shortcake would
Oh,
be something you would have at 4th of July. I forgot about that until you said corn. And then, but in Florida, strawberry season, it is very odd. It's November, it's like end of November to
oh.
like March. So it's like way over
Hmm.
with by now.
Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Um, but what else is there? I mean, you mentioned peach cobbler. That sounds delicious. I
Yeah.
haven't had a peach cobbler in a while. Um, but and I'm a sucker for tropical fruit, so anything with mango in it, I want. So I wonder if you could do
Oh yeah.
mango
Like
something.
yeah. Like the have you seen the honey mangoes at Costco?
Oh, are
So
those the yellow ones?
yes, and so they're like the only ones that I can see. I got spoiled. I went to the Philippines for 2 weeks, and I like I it's difficult for me to eat mango that isn't perfect. And my husband and I went to Kauai for our honeymoon, and you just drive around and there's spots to stop at and they've got, fresh mango. And so it's very hard for me to find mango that's really up to my standards.
Mm-hmm.
Trader Joe's frozen mango is really the
Yeah.
only kind that I can get that I can depend on. But those honey mangoes at
Mhm.
Costco are just enough different that I'm able to, they're ripe enough and I'm able to eat because the green ones kind of taste like gasoline to me. I don't know what it is,
Well,
but
I remember growing up in Florida, we had they called it a Haitian mango. I don't know if it really was or not. We had them in our yard, but I was highly allergic to them. So there'd be like the stuff that would seep off of it. I'd get rashes all over my hands.
yep.
If I went to go eat it, I'd get rashes all over my mouth.
Oh,
And so
wow.
I'd have to like put it into my mouth. And my dad loved that mango so much he would like suck on the seed. And so he
Yes.
was allergic to it too. Like he would break out everywhere.
Because that's what I think of when I think of those honey mangoes that I'm talking about. Because I would just eat it like right, like peel it and just eat it right off of the seed.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's something about the skin on those or
Yeah,
something, but
yeah.
yeah, interesting. But yeah, it's like my favorite thing ever. It's mango.
Oh,
Yeah. Um all right. Well, thank you so much, Penny, for being with me today and talking all about being vegan and plant-based and it's fun. See, things don't have to be weird. We're not eating bark off of trees, we're not eating twigs and berries. I mean, berries, yes, but I haven't eaten a twig yet.
I know. I haven't eaten any cardboard or anything like that.
Yeah, we
Only
eat
eat
normal
yummy stuff.
things.
Yep. Only eat yummy stuff.
All right. Well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being with me today. And I'm going to see if I can somehow end this stream.